Hello everyone and thanks for watching Edupedia videos. Today we are going to learn the act known as Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952. The Employees Provident Funds and Miscellaneous Provisions Act, henceforth we will say it as EPF and MP Act 1952, is a central act and is being administered by the Government of India, Ministry of Labour, New Delhi, through Ppf organization, which has offices all over India. Let us see the objectives of the Act. The Employees Provident Fund Scheme 1952 provides for contributory fund. The Employees Pension Scheme 1995 provides for monthly member pension, widow pension, orphan pension and nominee pension. Employees Deposit Linked Insurance Scheme 1976 provides for insurance cover to all PF members in the event of their unfortunate death while in service. Under this Act, three schemes have been framed. They are the Employees Provident Fund Scheme 1952, the Employees Deposit Linked Scheme 1976, the Employees Pension Scheme 1995. Earlier it was called the Family Pension Scheme 1971. Let us see the Employees Provident Fund Scheme 1952. The statutory rate of contribution to the Provident Fund by the employees and employers as prescribed in the Act is 10% of the pay of the employees. This rate has been changed with recent amendments. The term wages includes basic wage, dearness allowance including cash value of food concession and retaining allowance if any. EPF interest rate. The Employees Provident Fund Scheme, the central government, on the recommendation of the Central Board of Trustees, declares that the rate of interest to be credited annually to the accounts of Provident Fund subscribers. Withdrawals under the scheme. Under the scheme, a member may withdraw the full amount standing to his credit in the fund in the event of retirement from service after attaining the age of 55, retirement on account of permanent and total incapacity, migration from India for permanent settlement abroad, and termination of service in the course of mass retrenchment involving 3 or more persons. The scheme provides for non-refundable partial withdrawals, advances to meet certain contingencies like number 1, financing of insurance policies, 2, house building, 3, purchasing shares of consumers cooperative credit housing societies, 4, during temporary closure of establishments, 5, illness of member or family members, 6, member's own marriage or for the marriage of his or her sister, brother or daughter, son, and post-matriculation education of children, damages to movable and immovable property of members due to a calamity of exceptional nature, unemployment relief to individual retrenchee members, cut in supply of electricity to the factory or establishment, and the Employees Provident Fund grant of advance to members who are physically handicapped for the purchase of equipment. The Employees Pension Scheme 1995 has been made applicable from 16th of November 1995 retrospectively with the effect from 93. This new scheme replaces the erstwhile Family Pension Scheme of 1971. Employee is not required to contribute separately under the Employees Pension Scheme 1995. Employer share of Provident Fund contribution at the rate of 8.33% is diverted to pension fund every month service for pension. Actual service rendered after 1995 together with the service for which the contribution has been made under the East Family Pension Scheme 1971, if any, will be treated as service for pension. A person is entitled for pension after completing the age of 58 years with minimum service of 10 years. The employee's provident fund 6 months or more shall be treated as 1 year, and the service less than 6 months shall be ignored. What are the benefits of EPF Act? Monthly member pension, pension scheme certificate, children pension, orphan pension, nominee pension. The Employees Deposit Linked Insurance Scheme 1976. The scheme came into force from 1st August 1976. It is applicable to all factories, establishments to which Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952 applies. All the Provident Fund member employees, both in the exempted and unexempted establishments, are covered under the scheme. While the employees are not required to contribute to the insurance fund, the employers are required to pay contributions to it at the rate of 0.5% of the pay of the employers who are Provident Fund subscribers. The central government also contributes to the insurance fund at the rate of 0.25% of the pay in respect of the covered employee. Applicability. The Employees Provident Funds and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1952 is an important social security legislation and is applicable to certain kind of industries, classes of establishments as notified in the Gazette by the Government of India and Ministry of Labour from time to time. There are various forms of PPF. Forms are there for employers and employee as well. Let us see what are they. In the form for employers, we have Performer Registration Form to register the organization under the EPF Act. We have Form A for the details of directors or proprietors of the organization. We have Form 9 for all the covered employee details at the time of registration. We have Form 11, which is a declaration form to find the eligibility of PF and old UAN of new joinees. We have Form 2, which are the nomination form with the details of employees, its nominees and PF account number. We have combined online generated challan for submission of PF contribution. Since online process is there is no need to find the monthly or annual return for EFPO. The form for employees, withdrawal form for Provident Fund amount, Form 19. Form 10C, withdrawal form for pension scheme amount. Form 13, form for transfer of Provident Fund or pension scheme in new PF account. Form 31, form for application of advance from Provident Fund. Form 20, application form for Provident Fund. Form 10D, application form for pension to nominee. Form 5, IF, EDIL claim account form. Form 8 for the change in the name of the nominee. Form ASR is to receive the claim checks against the settlement of the account. Let us see calculation account wise. How is employee's share and how is employer's share? Employee contributes almost 12% of basic plus DA. Employee contributes 8.33% of basic plus DA. and 3.67% of basic plus DA. Total EPF from employee side is 1250, as well as employer side it is 1250, and this contribution is done when the basic salary of an employee is above 6,500 and in the range of 15,000, which is the new rate applicable from 2015. Here we have studied the main constituents and elements of EPF. Thanks for watching Edupedia videos.